Duncan asked Spo if you guys left Detroit. He said there were some things you still have to kind of go through. What were some of the most important points you have to take from that as you move forward against Indiana?
Yeah, obviously a painful loss. You got to learn from that. Honestly, those are usually the lessons that stick with you. So definitely learned some things. How we started the game, how we closed the game. So just take a note and move forward.
Spo said there were some things that you guys still had to deal with from the Detroit game. What were some of the most important points that you guys had to review before turning your attention to the Pacers?
Obviously, we, echo how many timeouts we have. Over communicate at that point. But also reading the play. I feel like a lot happened, and that meant that before the ball got taken out, maybe 15, 20 seconds, you got guys coming out of the game, trying to figure out who you want on the court. It's on us to really, survey the court and figure out what play. They can only run a couple plays with 5 seconds out of bounds and 2 seconds left on the clock.
You obviously have high standards for the defense. You have high standards for the defense. How would you evaluate the defense so far through the first
10 games? I feel like we limit second chance points. That's really the thing. We get them to take a tough shot and they miss it, and then they get a relief basket because we don't box out, or we mix a box out, or we fall asleep. I feel like you exchange that. I feel like we're top 5 defense.
Thank you, sir. Assume you've had a chance to see what happened to you. You felt what happened to you. What's your reaction once you actually saw some video of it?
It was weird, see my face and my nose going the other way. It was weird. Good thing that popped it back. It's a little broken, but I'm good.
Talk to me about this mask. How's it working out? Having it on? Have you ever had one before?
No. I'm still waiting for the one that's made for me. I'm still rocking the the regular one that they have for everyone, and it's weird, but it's good.
Yeah. Is the challenge breathing, seeing, or both?
Both. I would say both, but it's not a problem. That's it.
What's the difference with tomorrow? The mask you get tomorrow fitted for you specifically?
I think we're waiting for a mask that fits me specifically, and I'm not sure when it will be here. But I think even if it doesn't come tomorrow, I'll wear the one we have right now. Don't want to miss games, man.
Part of my lateness. Have you played with a mask before?
No.
Have you been asked to play with a mask before, or just haven't been in this situation before?
No, I haven't been in a situation like that before.
What's happening, dog?
I'm sure you're aware, but I look at your finest 4 games offensively, and none of them are wins. And I bring it up to Spo, and he goes, I do not want him thinking about that at all. So I apologize that I'm making you thinking about it. But how do you manage that in the sense of you're always going to go out there and do your very best, but as you said the other night, you want that to turn into winning?
At this point, it's just about wins. It's not really about individual accolades or how one person is playing. We just want to win, and I'm trying to do as much as I can to help the team win, as everyone is. And right now the results aren't always us winning, but I feel like we're doing the right things and everything's moving in that direction. The energy's good, everybody's working, we're all in cohesive together, and we'll win as a team and we lose as a team. So that's pretty much where it's at.
Yeah. Even though watching you in these performances, like the one in Detroit, it feels like you're on a whole another level of consciousness, awareness. The capability's always been there. How do you describe what happens when you're in that mode and everything's going in?
It's fun. I'm in the zone. It feels like my summer workouts, just everything going in. But it's just a feel for the game. I could have, shot that many threes or whatever it was early on throughout the game. But I feel like just being able to work the game, letting the game come to me is easier, and it makes more sense for the team. Try to get my teammates going, try to get everyone feeling good, and if the game calls for me to be more aggressive at the end, then I will. But I think it's more important to just get everyone involved early on and let the game kind of flow how it flows.
Spo, if you guys are going to leave Detroit behind, or if you had to deal with it a little bit, he said you guys had to address some things today about it. What most stood out in the sense of what you have to kind of lock in before facing Indiana?
Just continuing to rebound. We got to rebound the ball. We've been beat on the glass almost every game this year, so just making a positive flip switch, whatever in our head to really be aggressive on the offensive and defensive rebounding, and then just starting off the game faster, more aggressive, and being ready to go to war. We can't be down 10-0 to start the game. It kind of puts us in a hole.
We hear that Nico's going to get a mask, and will he be
Yeah,
ready for it and
he
go?
already has it. He was working with it today. It's a boring mask. He should get one that's a little bit more, have some more colors to it.
Those tend to be one and done if you can get it in. As for Jimmy Ware's doing some work to get ready. Any update on his time?
I don't have an update, but he's definitely putting in the time. That work has been good for him.
You leave Detroit behind, or did you have to address some of that today?
No, we had to go through some of it. That's part of what this league is about. Is you are constantly trying to learn from what happened and see where you can improve. It's a tale of two games. We were able to execute and get a layup down the stretch against Minnesota, and Detroit was able to do that against us. And we'll be better from all these experiences, as tough as it is in this league. When you lose those, you just have to embrace all of it. We are an incredible profession. That's what I love about it the most. Even as horrible, as bad as I felt after the game, it's what makes you feel alive in this league. When there's competition and there's consequences. If there wasn't consequences, you wouldn't feel the elation, from great wins. But there's also the other side of it, and we've had two games where it was two totally different emotions, and we'll get better from it.
What's the transition for taking some of these what feel like winning performances from Tyler and actually turning them into wins? Some of his top, I think it's his top 4 games have all been losses, and some of that is different in every single game. But is there something there?
This ends up being a collective thing because I really like where he's playing. I don't want him to overthink anything right now. It's winning basketball. We need to do some more things defensively. We're seeing some trends that we can shore up that'll really help our defense, and then you just make plays. Even if it's not pretty, if it's not going well, even if it's not everybody not in a total rhythm, you just find a way to win.
He's already guarded KD, Cade, Anthony Edwards during the trip. How much of a weapon has he become defensively? Where has he become maybe better as a defender?
His versatility, not only being able to guard multiple players, but also be able to guard in different schemes. He can also play really well in our zone defense. He has a good feel for it, good instincts, and that's inspiring that we want multiple guys stepping up like that and putting their fingerprints on a game defensively, where just what you said, you notice it. You don't have to look at it analytics. You want multiple guys where you're noticing that.
You guys, it's a smaller sample size than some other teams, but are by far the worst shooting team on 2-point shots in the league. Is there something to just not finishing at the rim? Is there something that creates that situation where by far you're the worst 2-point shooting team in the league?
Well, the good thing is we have a big area of opportunity. A lot of that was a couple games where it was really skewed, so it's early right now. Our shot profile actually is trending in a better way. That's what I'm looking at. The process, are we getting to what we want to get to? We had a bunch of opportunities at the rim and in the paint. I thought we were being aggressive. We didn't necessarily get the free throws. I thought we could have gotten a few more, but you can't control that. So you can control, where and how you're getting your shots, and I think that's going in a good direction.
You're spotted Kalel for short minutes in a variety of different times in games. What's your approach with him at this stage in his career?
Yeah, it's the same as everybody. That's not getting the 30-plus minutes. Be ready, contribute, help us win. And his minutes in stretches have been good. There's things that he has to learn and continue to get better. I'm fine with that. But he's stacking up good days, practice days, shoot-arounds, in the weight room. I'm looking at that process, and I'm pleased with that.
How do you temper his desire to block every shot but not biting on every fake, or is that just youth?
I haven't really felt like he's going up on shot fakes on guys with the ball necessarily. I want him going. Now we're going to have to get our weak side defense ready as he goes. That next rotation, has to get his guy because I want him being aggressive. I want other teams feeling his presence at the rim. He'll figure it out. That wasn't really an issue for him in college, going up unnecessarily on a bunch of shot fakes. There will be at times, for sure. And, as he builds his body up, players will try to be really physical, trying to get to the rim. He's going to get better at that. So we'll see how it develops.
Where is he with his body? Do you feel like he's almost there or still raw with the body?
21. He's not almost there. Yeah, 20. He's put on almost 10 pounds. So I'm looking at the process. He's getting a lot stronger in the weight room. He's not going to put on 30 pounds overnight. But I think he's done it in a very reasonable, healthy way. He already feels a lot stronger out there as well.